That was awesome. Welcome to Raw Babes 101. We are your hosts, Miss KK.
And DD.
Yeah, girl. So sexual. Tap into...
I feel like Timon and Pumbaa.
Ooh. Hakuna Matata. Hoo-da-doo. Guys, welcome to the show. Talcum tika. Talcum powder, don't do talcum powder. It's not good for you. Okay.
It's not good for you.
Guys, something just popped up that I'm going to share.
Share away, girl.
So first of all, I am grateful for the bees. And I want to say thank you to the bees. And I know vegans out there. I can't call myself a vegan because I do have honey still. And I know some won't enjoy that part of it. I am sorry, not sorry, but I really enjoy the honey in my tea. Anyway, this is what I'm going to share. The bee lives less than 40 days, visits at least 1,000 flowers, and produces less than a teaspoon of honey. This is for us only a teaspoon of honey, but for the bee, it is a life. Thank you, bees. Grateful for you, bees. How insane is that? That's just another perspective.
And that's why vegans are vegan.
Yeah, and I understand why vegans are vegan. And I am not 100% vegan, but I'm close. And I'm getting it. I understand it.
I think it's great to not know everything. And I think it's great that we actually get the information when we're ready for it. And I think it's great to have a variety of ways of doing things. And actually I've had this conversation with David. Dave.
Let's dance again, Dave, soon. I really enjoyed that at your house with the VR.
Is the conversation was talked about more being way too far on the left or way too far to the right. His perspective on this is really cool because he's a very smart man.
Sometimes.
Just kidding. Not in every area. No, just kidding.
Not. Sorry, not sorry?
Sorry, not sorry.
Truth. Raw babe.
Truth.
Speaks the truth.
Is the fact that we know not everybody is going to jump on the spiritual bandwagon. We know.
And it's not a bandwagon. You are a spiritual being, just saying.
But the thing is like, we're also open to other ways and perspectives, and we're going to hold truth to like what resonates the most with us in our gut and our heart.
Yeah, using our discernment.
But there is a lot of contradictive and political conversations that are happening out there that we do not buy into, and we do it because it doesn't fill our cup, and we just put focus on the things that, are serving us. So Dave gets more into these political debates and other people's political debates more than I do. But he wanted to make sure that we were not too far on the left versus the right. And
we or he?
He.
Yeah.
Was wondering if we were.
Oh.
And I think he knew the answer. He just wanted me to answer it for him. And kind of, he was like, okay, you got to figure it out.
Got a point.
Well, and we're just open-minded. And that does not make us too far to the left or too far to the right, in my eyes. If you disagree, I'd love to hear it.
Or not.
I don't mind debating.
Yeah,
I don't mind debating, but there has to be either a solution to agree to disagree.
Or an understanding.
Yeah, an agree to disagree.
Right.
And you should not be judged as a complete human being based on a perception.
Or your choice.
No.
You do you, I do me.
There's so much to offer here to the table. Like, I'm not just a spiritual being. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am a best friend. I am a light worker. I am
Reiki healer.
Lots of things.
And she's also a fucking warrior bitch, goddess, mermaid, starseed,
I'm all the
circle
things.
jerk with Mentaka, and Arama. Guys, if you watched our last episode, you'll understand what we're talking about.
Arama.
We know you have. So we're here to talk about some trigger McTriggersons that may trigger you, this topic. So this is our disclaimer right here, right now, in the flesh of Kristen's home. Use your discernment by what we're going to say. Are you ready for it? You know that, are you ready for it? Dun, 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 dun. You know why you guys come here, because it's Thursdays 11:11 and it's hot. And we're a whole lot of women.
No shit.
And we're here to share energy and vibes and sprinkle a little fucking truth on your vagina sauce. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So how this kind of transpired was from an amazing Friday, Saturday over at TT and Davey's house. We got talking about a lot of cool shit. And I got to talk with the boys, which I love doing, by the way, because
she loves to like open their brain.
Yes.
And does the fucking circle jerk.
Yes. I get in there. I'm like, oh.
And I sit back and I watch and I'm like, oh, fuck, I know what's going to happen.
Oh. So this episode of Raw Babes in the Hot Seat tonight is focused a little bit more on control and partnerships and your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever
or
you
your
have.
friends.
Or your friends.
Even your friends.
Sure.
I see this happen in at Charlie's age at school.
This can happen.
Sometimes friends get upset that they're friends with other friends.
You got it. Oh.
It's on.
It's on. So this was a really big, like, there was something, this innate feeling in my solar plex. It was like, let's fucking talk about this. Okay.
Sounds sexual.
And I will say, I've done a 360 on this because I used to be in a relationship. Tiffany just slurped into the microphone. That's okay.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh. What? What do you think I was going to say?
Threesome.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say I've been in a threesome.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was like, are we going there? Like, are we going to talk about all the threesomes?
No, you said we. That sounds like we've had one. Okay, to clarify, disclaimer, Tiffany and I have not had a threesome.
Bitch, calm down. Like, you don't want to have a
Oh my God, I knew she was going to say this. It's like, now her feelings are hurt. She's like, what do you mean? Kidding. Okay, roll it back. This episode isn't about threesomes. We will do an episode on threesomes. And it's funny because I just looked at the time and it said 7:43, and that means something for me. It's another thing.
Means we're on the right track.
No, not that one. It's just
not the right track.
No, it doesn't mean that we're not on the right track. We're always on the right track. Well, anyway.
Whoa.
It's just letting me know a sign and a symbol. Okay?
That we're on the right track.
No, it's meaning like, hey, there's a certain person that's going to be talking and reaching out to you soon, so just wait
for a threesome.
No! No, it's a sign.
Kristen's not down for threesomes.
I'm not open for a threesome. I'm open for a one-some.
That's it. She fucking closed the doors, guys.
Sorry.
Everybody, that's
Whoever,
it. I gotta go home.
Yeah.
Time to go home. She
you guys
does not want to have threesomes.
Nope. I've experienced a lot of things in my life, and I've been open-minded to a lot of things.
And you know the VV ain't for KK.
And we will we will share on another episode, so stay tuned for a full disclosure. I'll talk about it. Fuck, I'll say it all. Anyway, let's back up the track, girl.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm just thinking in my mind, Kristen, how much do you want to divulge right now about the... Okay. Here we go. Let's say for an example, let's use an example poo here. Let's say that your partner all of a sudden comes home with a brand new car. Brand new, beautiful car that your partner has wanted for a long time. Okay. Oh, that was a sign. Just kidding. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my take and my belief, and I'm sorry if I trigger you, but I'm actually not sorry because I'm going to help you evolve and go a little bit deeper with this. Okay, do you believe that your partner needs to talk to you and ask you permission and do all the things before they go on to buying things or going on a trip or going out with the guys or living their life? My take is I believe.
Did you ask me?
I didn't ask you yet. Okay,
You looked at me.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll ask TT, and then we're gonna fucking dive deep on this combo. Go. Hey Tiff, how do you feel?
I say yes. You do need to talk to your partner about it. And that's only if you agreed that you need to have a discussion under certain circumstances.
I call bullshit.
No, because, well, I mean, Dave and I have an understanding that if we're going to spend $500 on something, we better have a discussion about it.
But can we go deeper than this, please?
Okay.
Go deeper. We're talking about a car or something nice, or maybe like he wanted to
Well, it's something like that. It's obviously a lot
something.
of thought has gone into it. And in situations like that, like a car, I would be like, holy shit, just happened. Dave did that with he bought a couple quads.
Perfect. So this is what
he didn't talk to me about it.
Perfect. Awesome.
I did not take offense to it, even though we did talk about, I think we were it was more in regards to like a shopping spree.
I think it was
buying a piece of furniture
to Tiffany than Dave. But
we don't even really have because I'm not going to go spend $500 on a piece of gym equipment without having a discussion about it. It's just there's a difference between something with that significance to something that resonates so much. If my husband he wanted a motorcycle, he talked about it. If I had said, no, I don't want you to have that motorcycle, and he went ahead and bought it anyways, that's going to create some discomfort because he actually never stood in his truth to begin with. And he never said, I actually disagree with what you're saying. And if I'm going to get a motherfucking bike, I'm going to get a bike. So there is definitely, if you're having this discussion, make sure you're speaking from your heart. Like, be real. Like, I don't know.
Now let's go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So when Tiffany's talking about, me being the observer of Tiffany and Dave's relationship from over the years, I personally, and I can only say this from being an observer, have never seen Tiffany control Dave in the sense of like, he has a bike, he drives a bike, he has a truck, he's got his quads, he's got a boat, he has all the things. And we're just talking about you guys right now because that's what we have for evidence.
That's all we got.
This is all we got. So, and I value that in Tiffany. And even if she's saying right now, like, she'd like him to talk to her about stuff,
I think it's just more or less to have a communication.
A nice conversation. But Tiffany's, I know you, is not the type of woman where he comes home with something and you're going to be like, lose it on him and be like, you've got to return it, whatever. That's not her energy and her cup of tea.
M.O.
No. So back to what the point of this is. Okay. What is it that you are really upset about your partner maybe getting that item? Now, this is where I want you to ask yourself and go deeper, aside from your husband or your girlfriend coming home and saying they want to purchase this thing. And what is your resistance from them purchasing that? So this is where you would start jotting it down. Be honest. You don't even have to tell your partner about what is being triggered within you from them wanting to get this item. Is it that they're going to be noticed? Is it they're going to look hot on a motorcycle and maybe get attention from other people? Is it that you're afraid that by them doing that, there's opening up a window of other women or other men being in this vulnerable position? Maybe it's also about safety and you're thinking of worst case scenario if you were to get in an accident and that's putting yourself in a position that you don't really need to be. There's all these things that are around that item. So what I wanted to share is, for me and in my journey, I'm a free sovereign being, and I choose to, when I am in a relationship one day, I have already decided that if that person wants to go and buy any type of vehicle, a new house, whatever they want to buy, I don't own them. I don't own anything to do with that. So I say, have at it. Like, do not live your life in hold or controlled by another person. And that goes for us women and whichever side of the fence you're on with buying those clothes or maybe getting a facial or Botox or a boob job or counseling. You do what's right for you. And then this is another area to talk about is filling up your own cup. If you're so invested and concerned about what your partner's doing or buying, there is a lot of happiness that you're missing out on, and maybe you're thinking of resentment. Well, they're going to go out on the bike or they're going to go out in this nice car and then they're going to go hang out with their buddies. Anyways. So yes, that's perfect, Tiffany. They are going to do it anyways. Yeah. And you're actually putting the what ifs and the fears onto this entire energy, and you're creating this whole big story instead of allowing your partner to be this free, sovereign being to do as they want. And just the best thing for you to do is be open, communicate with the partner, communicate with them about your concerns, but leave it up to them, because your partner is going to show you what they want to do. And the biggest thing is, hi Charlie. Hi, sorry. It's okay. I'm just like, you know what? I'm getting distracted, so I'm just going to stop it and say hi. Okay, so so look within, and I will be the first person in line to share with you that was a fear. That was a big fear. The fear of the what if it's like, oh, they're going to go on this nice boat and there could be girls. You know what? There could be. And if the person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat anyway. You can't stop it. So now my question for you is, go deeper. Do you trust them? Is there an issue in the relationship? So it's not about the bike. We place this thing as control on the actual external thing they want to buy, but maybe the truth is you don't trust them. So then go there. And then
or
what?
Your ego is so in the way that it's really about you just wanting to be heard.
Or maybe even be included, or feel that that's going to take more time away from you. There's beliefs, conditioning, little girl, lots of things coming up. So when you heal that version of you that is so needy for all of this and is lacking it, I'll tell you why, girl or boy. It's because you're lacking it within yourself. You're not giving yourself love. You're not filling up your own cup. You're giving all of your energy to everybody else in your family, your kids, your husband. Those things can be awesome. But if you try to place happiness on another person, you're putting false expectations and pressure, and it's going to crumble. You will never be happy. You will never be good enough. You will never feel loved enough. Your partner could never give you what you want because you don't even know what you want. Please, this is such a big topic, and it comes from a really strong place because I used to be that. I used to place it all on the external, and then I realized at the end, oh my gosh, had nothing to do with anything other than trust. I had no trust. And you know what, even one step deeper with this, why are you trying to control and change your partner and dictate whether they go golfing or whether they go out with friends or whether they have different relationships? Is because you're afraid of something. And so once you tackle what you're afraid of and face it and actually get to the place where you trust yourself so much to make that decision with whatever comes your way in life. Ultimate goal. When you actually have all the faith within yourself, and that's what happened with me. I actually just talked about this with Lisa, is it didn't matter about a partnership. It could be to do with my son. It could be to do with my parents, mine and Tiffany's business ventures. I had to remove my fears and insecurities to understand that I trust myself so much to be able to make that choice of whatever comes my way. If that partner gets that motorcycle, ventures off, having a great time, ends up cheating on you, something, let's just say worst case scenario, all this stuff ends up happening, guess what you got at the end of the day? You've got yourself and you have the tools and you can trust that you will make the right decision for you. Let go of control.
Let it go. Let it go. Cool.
Let
There's a party happening in the back here, guys. Hey.
This is so important to get a little bit triggered on this topic and try doing everything opposite from what you've always done. If you have tried to feel loved, be seen by your partner, they're not seeing you, you're not getting enough attention, start giving yourself attention, start putting all that time and energy into yourself, and watch the miracles happen. Let go of that control. It's daunting. It sucks. I've been there, you guys. I was just circle jerked in the most. It was such misery. Placing all of my heart and soul onto another, expecting them to know what to do with it. Doesn't work.
I feel like it almost goes into children, like what you're saying, because and my kids are getting older.
Perfect.
And sometimes I was holding on to these expectations of them making the right decisions and things. And to be honest, I used to judge people who would just let their teenagers run awry and
do their thing.
Behave a certain way, and just go, well, that's just the way it is. Well, no, you know what? They're right. In a way.
No,
I think it's good to have boundaries, obviously, but the kids are going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do.
They are.
And you can't helicopter them.
Beautiful.
You just can't. And you can't do it with your partner either. There's been lots of scenarios that Dave has decided to make a purchase and things. And since the quad thing, that was a lesson within itself. Because I actually trust that he's going to make the right decision. We do not have, I wanted to make a disclaimer though, we do not have an issue with, we don't hold any secrets when it comes to finances with each other. We don't gamble. We don't spend our money on the most ridiculous things that is outside of our family, unless if it's like pleasuries, like a motorcycle, positive things that are like, and I see that as a positive as much as I'm sure some people are
some people would say this or that. And guess what, Tiff? The what if it all goes right?
Exactly.
Because guess what? What's written is written, man. Your kids have chosen so many things time and time again. They chose the path. It's like even people with putting their kids in sports and wanting them to be whatever. They fucking are here for a purpose and they've already chosen what they're going to do. So why get in the way and put all this time and energy into dictating all these things for your children when they've chosen it? It's way before, it's written before you fucking even came here.
And I think it's the same thing with your partner.
Yes.
And when I think about the times that I was trying to control things, it was a lack of communication in other areas. So it just stemmed really deep.
Yep.
And a lot of it was resentment, or it was resentment, I think.
And that's exactly it. And and I was going to say with resentment, same with me. It harbors, it manifests, it fucking just turns ugly. It's not good for our body at all.
Yeah.
But this is the key of resentment is, well, what are you going to do with the resentment? You need to do something about it, and you got to fucking fix it and heal it, not your partner.
It's a you problem.
You. And once you do that, you'll actually realize, whoa, this stemmed down from like childhood. Whoa, this was triggered in the past. There was something else I wanted to say about resentment. Damn.
It's a slippery slope, man. It doesn't happen right away. You don't just resent someone out of thin air.
Came back.
Go.
Can I say?
Girl.
Oh, did it go again?
Just for you.
Got it. Okay, so resentment, what is actually happening is it's like FOMO, fear of missing out. Where are you not producing special you time or girlfriend time or partner time. Say, hey, you know what? You're going out on that bike or you're doing this. I'd really love for us to schedule in that hour. Let's go for, oh my God, make a sick ride together. Make that a magical, special moment. I've never been on a bike, ever. Anybody want to take me for a ride? I want to go. So go on the back of a bike, go for a drive, have a picnic, whatever. Just, that could be a new creation of a bond instead of making it and he's going on the bike. That means X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna fucking be pissed off. It's
but
so
imagine
energy.
Your partner not getting the bike because you said not to.
Perfect, Tiffany.
Guess what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen, Tiff?
Resentment.
Resentment.
Because it's built off of something.
And you know what I'd say to that guy, and I'm gonna be fucking honest right now because obviously that's all I'm gonna be. I would tell the guy, be like, go get the bike. That's her problem. I'm sorry. That's a you problem. That is seriously an insecurity and an issue that you got to deal with. Whether it's even a fear of them dying or a fear of an accident, whatever it may be, it's still a you problem because you're still, what's the difference of them going in a helicopter, going in a plane ride, driving their car, walking down the road? The what ifs and the fears, guys, are stopping you from living your limitless potential.
Because you could definitely die in your sleep.
Yeah.
You could.
There's multiple. And when
I've seen people. Well, I've not seen people.
Okay. Oh.
I've heard someone just falling off of the curb of the fucking sidewalk and hitting their head funny.
Your destiny is your destiny, and you're trying to prevent and change and control and fix another, which is the definition of insanity. Doesn't work. Focus on yourself. I love you all. Tiffany loves you all. We are just here to trigger and go, hey, question it. Just dig a little. Why? Why can't they get the bike? No, it's not about finances. Go deeper. Money will always find itself. Oh, if it's not the finances, it's because the fear of them, something happening to them in an accident. Okay, go deeper. Keep going. Keep asking the questions and you'll get the answers.
We're inquisitive beings. We're actually meant to be curious. So don't be afraid to ask the why. Keep going.
100%.
Get yourself in a quiet space so you can just keep going with that question.
Another tip, this is another thing that I would love to dive into another day, is finding out what are your non-negotiables. So when you're in a relationship, there's a non-negotiable of, you can have 20 things, whatever it may be. Figure that out and talk about it first. Talk about religion. Talk about it about your children. Talk about when you buy things. How do you feel about all those things? And I'll tell you right now, for me, I'm a free sovereign being, and that means that I will do as I want, and I will always do as I want. And when I find somebody that comes into my life, they will have to accept that, because
Dave has had to.
Yeah. Right?
He's like, why do I even say anything?
There's no
You're
point.
gonna do it anyway.
Well, and that's the beautiful part.
Yeah.
And that's what I value so much about Tiffany, is she is a free sovereign being and is going to do what she wants to do, and this is why we align, because
I do what the fuck I want.
Yeah. Why who are you here to live for? Nobody but yourself. This is just experience.
I've had this conversation with people, and I have to give the perspective of, you're an adult. You've done amazing things. You have delivered children. You've created a business. You've been able to pay your bills. You've been able to feed yourself. You've been able to clean up your mess. Why can't you make a decision that's good for you, that holds close to your heart? Mm-hmm. Why not?
Yeah.
Trust in the fact that it's just, let them do it. I don't know.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I guess there was a part of Dave and I's relationship where that was an issue, and that was so long ago now that I'm like,
and I can vouch for it, because we will be the first one to raise our hand, where I thought of them going and having joy was going to deplete a piece of me, or made room for them to be up to something that wasn't what I perceived as good.
Yeah.
Or my insecurity or fears. They're going to do it anyway, you guys. I'm telling you. They did it anyway. There was nothing that I could do to change, control, or fix.
And because actually a way of reacting, that's probably why they're not sharing.
And exactly, being a safe haven for your partner is everything. How could your partner come to you and share their deepest, darkest truths if you're going to react or you're going to get angry at them? They're going to go, oh, lesson learned, keep that to myself. But then again, this is where we go back down to like counseling and healing. Uncover that shit.
Totally.
It's dope.
It's pretty dope.
It's pretty sweet.
We did another circle jerk, bitch.
I know.
We did another one. This is a really... I'm sorry, not sorry, because I know some of you really like our longer episodes, but we just had something specific to talk about, and we felt that there was just enough room to talk about just that one thing.
Yeah.
And
we want you guys to sit with it.
We do what we want, bitches.
Yeah. Because we love you guys. And you know why this is coming up and it was like so powerful is because I'm hopeful that it's like that repetitive cycle you can get off the Ferris wheel because it's really freeing once you're off of it. And this is a tool that we want to share so that you guys aren't playing small anymore. And when you have that confidence and you allow your partner to fly and to become the best version of themselves, you have an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. And 100%. That is the ultimate goal, is to keep evolving and not staying small. And this is why we're talking about this.
Preach that shit, bitch. Preach it.
Hallelujah. Okay, we're pulling a card. I'm so interested to see what card's going to come from this topic and from all of you listeners is energy. Oh,
bite. How?
We don't ask how. It's just we let go and we surrender and trust.
I know
the divine.
How. Exactly.
Light counsel. Orchestra.
Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries?
For all of y'all, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, kids, boundaries.
Within yourself. And that does not mean your boundaries has anything to do with changing the other person's behavior. You can't.
No.
Boundaries within yourself. If you feel that you're triggered because your partner's doing something, go within yourself without being vindictive.
Right? Or being resentful or withholding love. These are tricks that women and men do all the time. It's like, you're not abiding by my rule, so I'm going to fucking self-sabotage the relationship and be cold and give you the look or the devil's eye, you know, or that you notice like your partner's like staring at a pretty girl. Fucking free sovereign beings.
You use that as an example.
Yeah. Free sovereign
If I caught my husband staring at another woman, I bet you, I can guarantee he's only gonna be coming out with one kneecap, yo.
No, that's not true. Because you know what? You would have noticed her before and you would have already acknowledged her beauty and would have been like, oh, she's pretty. Sorry, Tiffany.
Listen.
Don't fucking lie.
I have to say, though, it comes down to a level of respect.
Obviously.
Like, my husband's gonna fucking check out another.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, this is a perfect topic. Yes, he is going to. You know why? Because people see exactly and respect to his woman. But Dave and you have this beautiful thing where, and it's even like me. If
we're both going, God damn.
Yeah, like beautiful.
No, I've been there when there's a beautiful man, and he will cover my eyes.
Well, that's his problem, not your. Oh, that did a. That's a him problem, not a you problem. So. The point here is getting so confident and comfortable within yourself that a beautiful woman walking in a room will not take from you. It doesn't mean your partner doesn't love you just as much. It means something that was shiny and pretty caught your eye. You looked at it. Awesome. Save it for a fucking picture later. Remember, who cares? People
don't take pictures.
No.
Do not take pictures.
No, I'm saying this is what guys do. Guys, let's be real.
Don't take a picture.
Guys see a pretty person or women, and these guys go, take a look at the ass, take a look at the tits, take a look at the face, the hair, remembered it for later. Who cares? We don't own our men. We do not own anyone. They are going to think whatever the fuck they are going to think. You think you can stop them from thinking that that woman's hot and they want to put their dick in them? You can't. Sorry.
Whoa.
I know. I'm here to rattle the feathers, to actually be like, let's be real about what goes on in people's brains. And it's okay. I'm not saying your partner is Googling, going and getting their phone number. Of course, then you don't need to be with that person. That person needs to be single. But freedom. Be free.
Preach that shit, bitch.
This is a good topic. I know even with myself, it's like, even with being in a relationship, that person would be able to have female friends. It's trust, and it's about creating. See? Tiffany! This is a whole... Okay, Dave's my friend that you trust.
Yeah, but it's different because you guys were like family. We've known each other forever.
Yes.
But I don't know how comfortable I would be if you guys were always meeting for lunch.
Shit, Dave, we gotta tell her. We've been meeting for lunch. Just kidding.
But for real, I mean...
No, this is truth. I love this topic.
If I tried this with Dave, it didn't work. And because any male that I became friends with wanted more than just friendship, it just ends up working out that way. And that's why I always called in a gay man friend.
Right.
Because I love the male energy.
I love
mind you,
talking to
Steve
guys.
and I talk talk all the time too.
Here we go. Let's take that whole thing and
But the
throw
thing
it out.
is Steve is also a childhood friend. We've been in each other's lives for many, many years. Like it's just different.
Sure. So
there is certain things and boundaries that are established before the relationship continues on into having lunch with just random.
No, and who said
friends.
random? I didn't. Also, to disclaimer and clarify, this is part of the conversation you have with your partner. If you're in dating,
boundaries.
Yes, create them. Create your non-negotiables. If you're in a relationship that you, one of my non-negotiables would be, I am in an industry where I'm going to meet lots of different people, and there's going to be guys that are into spirituality that I'm going to do healing with, blah, blah, blah. So accept that. If you can't accept that, I am not the one for you.
I think another angle we did not touch on
is
it ain't one-way street, bitches. You can't set boundaries in the things that you want to not have, and then you're allowed to do it. No, it's not a double standard. That actually doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
The double standard. Your partner just needs to agree the fact that that's just the way it's going to be. And I know there's couples out there, I know them personally, that one's allowed to do shit and the other one's just, they're okay with not.
Right.
So,
and then that's where resentment builds up, and then that's when you...
But if it's an agreement...
Sure, that's your
speaking
agreement.
Their truth.
Yeah.
If that's their truth, no judgy.
There's no judgy. But the biggest point of all of this is just... freedom. I'm just very grateful and happy to be free. To the state where everybody has a choice. So what are you choosing in your life?
Yeah. I gotta have a healthy relationship with your partner.
And a healthy relationship with yourself first.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
because if you're not respecting yourself,
there you go.
Your partner's not gonna respect you.
And if you're not respecting yourself and you're not doing all the work and the different things, like I know that I wouldn't even have to worry about the person that I'd be calling in cheating because it's not even my radar. I don't. It's a non-issue. If that were to happen in my life, I trust myself to be able to make the decision at that time. There's no end all be all for me anymore. It's like, oh, okay, I deal with that when that comes. I can't change, control, and fix it. I'm just going to deal with it when it comes.
Yeah.
It's a new way. What? Just talk on it. Say it.
No, there's just lots of directions this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to cut it short because we're doing a circle jerk. Fuck, we already pulled a card, yo.
It's 40 minutes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tiffany,
Bye.
you forgot that. Okay, we love you guys.
Love you. Bye.